Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of the Nace podcast with Cyrus. I'm here with Keisha.
Yes.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, tell the people about you and then we start.
Hi guys, my name is Keisha. I'm the leader of the media team here at Mavericks. And yes, I'm just happy to be here and engage in this conversation.
Yeah, so we're going to do our 3 choices. We're going to pick one, either or. You get what you prefer. Right together. Nice. So I'll start with chapati or pancake.
Okay. Chapati.
Dark skinned or light skinned?
Dark skinned.
Would you rather date a Ugandan man or a Kenyan man?
Kenyan man, because they're egalitarian.
The latest people don't like egalitarian people. They would see it as weakness, even when it's a strength.
And you've come from an egalitarian background.
So
I've realized how the dynamic can come together.
Strong-headed. Well, not as weak as people think, right?
Yes. I think elitist people can think that it's weakness because we mostly want to attack things head on. There has to be a structure. There has to be, this person is leading and this person must follow. So we're not used to actually 2 people coming together to voice out their opinions freely without the, hierarchy. So yeah, I feel like just that. I think for me, yeah, that's it. Also because maybe I think I've been around a lot of Ugandans for too long. But I love my Ugandan people.
Awesome.
We're the best.
Okay. Now, I'm supposed to ask.
Yes. So I have some very important questions for Cyrus because it's time for us to get to know him as a pastor. He's deep, the depth. So, Ugandan women or Kenyan women with your reason?
Yeah, I think I'd take Kenyan ladies because, again, I'm egalitarian. As you grow older, actually, my point is not even my preference.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my preference is not
behind the camera.
My preference is not necessarily.
God said that they're also egalitarian people.
I know. That's what I'm saying. My preference is not necessarily Kenyan ladies. My preference is someone who understands egalitarianism, and I found the majority of people who understand that are here in Nairobi. Does that make sense? The Ugandans I've met who looked like they were egalitarian, when you got to know them, when you got to know them, they leaned towards elitism. So I'm like, I asked this person, I thought you grew up in an egalitarian home. Yes. So why do you want me to make you to break? In a sense, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, you want to make me lord over you. Why is that an issue?
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why I found them here. People here have never even heard of what elitism is. It's offensive to them. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
but both sides are actually equal. There's none that is better than the other.
Yeah, there's none that's better than the other. It's just what works for you that's why it's good to know yourself.
Anyone system. Yeah, that's true.
Everyone has their own tastes and preferences. What makes us like the same things is a conditioning of the mind.
Okay.
God has designed us in such a way that not 2 guys should like the same chick, and not 2 girls should like the same guy. But because of watching TV and gossip and slander, you sit down and people are like, oh, that guy's the coolest guy, so everyone starts liking the same guy. Or people are like, oh, that is the bad. You guys to rank people. I'm sure even in college, people rank people. This is the best looking guy. This is the coolest guy.
That was in your generation.
Okay. People don't do that. You guys do that, right? That means you guys know who
you guys do that.
You know who the baddest. People have the rank. Is that? People have the. You guys have like who the baddest chick at Kwetu. What about at Kwetu? The rankings are there, right?
Yeah, as you should know.
Yeah.
Anyways, so, Millennial or Gen Z? A simple answer, Cyrus. Don't give us a spectrum.
Why did you ask me about
males?
Millennial, Gen Z. I think I like Gen Zs who are born before 2000.
Okay.
Before 2000. Actually, generally, I like my preference is 94, 95, and below 2000.
Okay, say the age so you don't confuse people.
So my preference is below 2000.
Okay.
Below 2000, that's what I prefer.
Okay. So you like 25, 26?
Which I still have a problem with people that age.
Okay. 26. It's fine. That's personal preference. So, yeah, that being said, now going back to our first question. What does physical attraction, for example, what does that look like? Is it just the inside or does the outside matter? Now,
Let me explain this very well. God has created diversity for that purpose. You get? He has created diversity for that purpose, so that everyone can have someone who loves them. So everyone is beautiful in someone's eyes.
Yeah.
I've seen my physical attraction to people change as I grow up. The person I thought was the most pretty person when I was younger, right now when I look at them, I'm like, I'm not too sure. The person who I thought was really pretty, look at the celebrity crushes we used to have.
Yeah,
so I look at them right now, they're like,
but they have aged.
Live in aging. Some of them, it's not even age. You get? Yeah. Some of them, it's just things about them that are not aged. Yeah, because there's still people their age who really look nice to us, and they never used to look nicer when we were younger.
Yeah.
You get? Yeah. So for me, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So physical attraction actually matters, but it needs to come from who you are as a person, not influenced by outside. Because if it's influenced by something on the outside, you're going to be like, oh, I like this person. Then eventually, it will fade, and you won't be attracted to them, and you cannot sustain a long-term relationship. I'm talking about a marriage on the basis of an attraction that is not your own. And a lot of people are running with attractions that are not their own, because eventually your real self comes out.
Yeah.
I realize why I don't like slim chicks. I like curvy women. You realize why I don't like curvy women. I actually like slim chicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually like tall guys. I like short guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Say no and ever. There are people who like short guys, by the way. I saw a trend on TikTok where some lady was like, man, short kings are the best. And there are people agreeing in the comment section like, yeah, by the way, that is true. That is true. So
this is what I believe. I truly do believe that God will give you the desires of your hearts. Because there was a time where I thought, because of the things that I used to watch like Disney when I was a kid, and I was bombarding myself with all this content. So there was an image that was cast in my mind of what an ideal type of guy was supposed to look like, how he was supposed to act, what his behaviors were supposed to, all these very many things. So for me, that's what I grew up thinking. I thought, oh, it's cool to have a guy who is nonchalant, like, he's mysterious and trauma. So how would you describe that? Because I feel like people need to know, how do you get out of that darkness, get into the light to know what you actually like?
I think it's identity. One, don't let people define who you are. Don't let media define who you are. Don't let media define your tastes and preferences, because those things are very surface level. All these things come from a deep knowing of who you are. And many times when you're younger, you know who you are. And then you grow up, you're social media, it starts to tell you things that are not there. Then you start liking things that are not really who you are. And then it comes back later, you're like, this is not who I am.
Yeah.
You get? So it's always you need to take a break of like a year or 3 from TV, movies. No, it's just advice. I'm not saying TV is bad. I'm not saying watching TV is bad. I'm not saying social media is bad. But you need a moment to take a break from those things just to find yourself. Anything that is constantly telling you that this is who you are. You get, you're a girl, so you need to like pink. You must like chocolate. You must want flowers. You must want trips. When are you going to ever sit down and be like, what do I really want? So when you switch off all these voices, you get, many people don't like silence. Yeah. Because silence allows you to reflect and know what you really want. So people want to be in a noisy environment where everything is happening. So you need to take that break. Yeah. You're the guy who the world tells you need a thick lady. It's not even your type.
And then you're on pressure.
And all of you want the same. Only thick. Now imagine. Let me not give this example.
But actually, that's so true, because the time I said I deleted Netflix was the time I started getting common sense. Like for 6 months, I first tried Netflix for 6 months. I said, realizing, hey man, I
wanted to go to America because of watching rap videos. I need to go to Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, because that's where Jay-Z is from, or Queens. That's where 50 was from. Imagine, just because of music videos. When I switch off those things, I realize I don't even want to go there. Because some of us, even our dreams and visions and purpose are because of what we watch on TV. Everyone wants to go to the US. Everyone wants to go to the UK. Everyone wants to go to. What about, let me tell you, you could be alone and realize actually you want to go to to South Sudan, or you want to go to Syria, yeah? You want to go to Afghanistan, and you realize that's actually where you want. That's what you like.
That's so true.
But when you're watching TV, some people, the cars you like, you don't even know what you like. Maybe you're the guy who likes, maybe your favorite color as a man is pink. But the media is...
No, actually, Cyrus, can I even add something to that?
It's telling you that it's...
No, you actually even
You
talked
go
about
like,
this.
nah, actually, at least I'm
No,
refused.
Cyrus,
Continue.
you have just told people a man can have pink, and now you're refusing liba.
I'm joking.
Okay, no, yeah, he's
A guy-
standing on his word.
A guy wants to do skincare. You
And
reflect
it's
you want
okay to
skincare.
do skincare, guys.
Bruh.
But you see,
You have
that's
to
why
be
the
rough
Bible...
around the edges, man.
Okay, now, Sarah. Okay.
Continue, Keisha.
No, you actually said, speak your truth, eh? You actually said this sometime. You said that the devil is not omnipresent. It's only God that is omnipresent. So the way that he captivates the audience is through systems. Yeah? And so he comes through things like media, he comes through things down, like, for example, generational. You find out today he just needs to come and disrupt your dad. Mob chap, and then now you find this, yeah? He disrupts your mom, and then you find your whole life you have so many things. He doesn't have the time to come one-on-one. So that being said, what I now want to ask,
Is that why Jonathan Majors was? Because of Disney.
So, my question is this. I've seen so many. I want us to discuss now, what does love actually look like? Yeah? Because now that we know that there are so many things that we have received, there are so many images that have been cast. There are girls now, like I remember we were discussing before, say there are girls who even break up just because a guy hasn't bought, flowers. You're not going on the date, you're not going on dates, you're not doing so many things.
Buying them food, taking
not
care of
giving
them, even pays
you
tuition.
money. And I feel like, yes, at the end of the day, there are desires that can be birthed the more you come into God. But I feel like, where is the place of knowing what does genuine love look like in relationships?
Love is a very interesting way to understand people. How people are willing to receive love.
Yeah.
Live and giving. You get? Live the way people give love. How people receive love is very important, because someone can only give love to the level they've received. And someone can fake how to give love, but they cannot fake how to receive it. Because most people treat the people who are nicest to them as the worst.
Yeah.
But they pretend for the people who are mean to them. Okay. So love, first of all, you need to have received love from God. Of course, some people, because they are loved by their parents, they know how to give love. Their parents are generous. But your parents have where they end. Because parental love is also selfish. Because a parent can kill another parent to feed their child. It's selfish. You get? But the love of God is unconditional.
Yeah.
It doesn't function according to emotions. It doesn't care how I feel. You get? You can shout at me, you can shout at God today, and then tomorrow he feeds you. I mean, he gives rain to the evil and the good. Like, that's just how it is.
And even the best example of love, Jesus didn't come to die for his friends. He came
and died for enemies.
For his enemies, the very people that spat on him.
The people who are crucifying him, he was dying for them. So when you receive that love, and it makes you continue walking correctly, you honor that love, you respect it. You try to find out, okay, this person loves me unconditionally. What do they want?
Yeah.
It's not transactional, but it's just good manners.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you find someone who knows how to do such a thing, when you love on them, when you love them unconditionally, they'll stop and be like, why does this person love me? The people, you know, when the people who you love on them, they run away.
Yeah.
When someone does something really nice to you, there's some people, when someone does, they get ashamed and they hide themselves.
Yeah.
You don't want to see the person who has, like, I've seen that. Someone gives you a lot of money for no reason, and you just don't want to meet them. You feel fake, man. This guy has been too nice.
Yeah.
But that's a person who has not understood love.
Yes.
And the more you're nice to them, the more they're going to push you. You get? And they're going to treat you badly. They're going to avoid your calls. You know, the people who don't respond to people who they honor and respect. They fear. And so for you, you're like, why is this person ignoring me? It's because of fear. They've not learned love.
Yeah, and I feel like this also comes from a place of so many traumas that people have also experienced in the past, eh? And that's why I feel like there's a lot of self-reflection that is needed. I feel like, yes, there are certain people that, man, God will teach you in relationships. There are certain people who God will teach you when you're single. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Me, I was taught when I was single because, you know, I was already a warrior in that life. So God was like, let me
So
just...
you learned how to receive love.
Yeah, I feel like how I would treat people was a reflection of how I was treating God. Yeah, and I didn't know it at the time.
It's like that for everyone.
Yeah, it's like at times where I would feel convicted to read my Bible, and I'd be like, man, you know, that
God is
just
always
that
there.
that passiveness, like God is always there. Like I'd feel like, okay, now Keisha, you know, you have to watch this sermon, or like it doesn't even have to be those church, like the deep things, like simple things like laying my bed, getting up, texting a friend, get those things that the Holy Spirit would urge me to do, and I'll just be passive with them. Why? Because I tapped into this love, and then eventually it
You
started
get used.
manifesting, and I became too familiar. And I feel like that's how people are. Because sometimes when someone is nice to you, you're always going to be nice to them until a point where it reaches, and then you sense a stretch of familiarity. So how do you even handle that? Because I feel like
most people
are there.
miss good relationships because of that. If you meet almost everyone in their lives has ever dated someone who was really good to them, was really nice to them, someone who respected them, someone. I'm talking about both men and women. Every guy has a chick who he dated and is like, man, this was a gem. You get? Every woman has that guy who loved them genuinely. It's not even in church.
Every woman
has been with this. Even you might be young, but when you reach, by the time people reach 30, yeah, they'll tell you there was this guy. Yeah, he used to call me, he used to text me, he would buy me flowers, would come and wait for me after work, he would sit down. And you're like, why didn't you end up with him? What was wrong with him? He was my type, he was tall, why didn't you end up with him? You get?
Yeah.
They'll give you, of course when they're younger, they'll give you all kinds of reasons. I just didn't feel it. You get? He was too nice. And then when they grow up, they realize that's the best they ever had.
Yeah.
You get? So many of us do not know a lot.
So how do we overcome that?
You can't break that without. Man, I wish guys knew that love you first start by. You take all your bad manners out on God.
Yeah.
He's the one who's special. By the time you meet someone, when you can sense and be like, okay, this is a good person. This is really a good person. Yeah. Because if you've not experienced that with God, even if God gave you the best person, the baddest, you can. I ever met a chick who's fine. She's nice. She fears God, but you just don't have the urge to hit on her. Then there's the other joker. The joker is the one you feel like, you know what? Let me take this one. The problem is not. The problem is you on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like this girl, there are two guys who are talking to her. This guy even looks better than the other. Sometimes even has more money than this other person. But you just feel like this guy is good. So you're like, let me run away. So you don't know how to receive grace. And many times the gifts of God are like that. You don't look like you deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to deserve it. You're trying to earn it.
And I feel like I was someone that thought that I was okay. I was someone that thought that I was the one. I came in 2022, I remember I was like, I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm patient, all those very many things. And this was before I had really come into like understanding the grace of God. To me, God, it was about what I could do. So I couldn't even see my own insufficiencies on the inside. So it was best of the outside rather than the inside. Then I came to this church. I said, paying attention to grace and understanding that, man, God has loved me regardless. That didn't make sense to me. I felt like there has to be a condition. Somewhere. Even with the way I was in my relationships, I would find myself sabotaging. Yeah? I would want us to, at times I would want to argue with someone to feel okay,
pick a fight for no reason.
Pick a fight. Hey, man, that one came from that. Anyway, I'm joking.
I know that. I talk to a lot of girls and fight with their men for no reason.
All right, Cyrus. Okay, so for me, I feel bad even now. It's like you were just talking. Okay, let me
because
just make
everything
my point. It's
is
okay, I'm delivered.
You guys are happy. You're like,
okay.
Nah, we can't be happy. I actually had a friend. My God, she was dating a guy. They're actually not together. The guy, they were really happy, and then she tells me, man, I need to try this guy, man. Too good to be true.
But actually, that's so good because I think when that was in my mind, I was like, things shouldn't be moving well. Like it's
Even
like I was
up.
expecting not up to. That's how I was. I was sabotaging. I felt like we needed to argue, and by the time, and the fact is, I was still a child, and I thought I was older. But the more that I came and started, and this is the funny thing, people think that when they come to God, that things are just going to be smooth. They don't know that, man, when you come to God and you're coming to the light, that darkness has to get exposed. So me, when I said realizing that God is going to take me back, pour all your bad manners on God, I really poured them, and the fact is that, man, God never left. His grace was honestly too sufficient. And it showed me that I was also impatient. I was not as kind as I thought. I was very irritated. It brought out all my bad manners. And in fact, it showed me how I really cannot do anything outside of him. And then I realized, hey man, I'm actually not wife material, man. I have a long way to go. In fact, I realized I'm on 0.
When you realize that you're not wife material.
Okay, 0 is too crazy.
That's when you become
35.
Wife material.
Thank you. And it was in that moment that now I let God in.
And you don't have to be perfect to qualify.
Yes.
You just have to be willing to receive grace. Right?
Yeah.
One take home that is important for everyone. I think one thing that people should learn is you can learn all the 10 ways to know the right person to be with. But the easiest way to tell someone that this is the right person is how well they receive love. Not even how well they give. Of course, for a man, the love he needs is honor and respect. If you give a man honor and respect and he starts taking you for granted, and that's a sign for you to run away. Okay. But again, if your mind is on toxicity, that person will be more attractive to you. Does that make sense? The same thing as a man, if you show a woman love, you're caring, and then she takes you like a joke. You get? If you're a simp, you think that is a good thing. You like the chase. You get? When you meet someone, be genuine with them, love them the way God loves, and you will know their true. You don't have to wait 11 years because someone can pretend. If you start playing mind games in relationships, you'll play them the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yes, Keisha.
It also starts with the way that you see this person responding to people around them. A person's response to someone on the outside is always going to be a reflection of how this person is going to treat you in due time. Because it starts from the inside.
How they treat other people.
Yeah, how they treat other people. Because if you're together and you're watching this person, let us say, speak badly about other people, the way they respond, they don't honor authority.
Yes.
They are just...
If they cut off people.
They cut off people easily.
Over slight reasons.
And you're sitting there and you're also saying, yeah, you know what, that person, I feel like it's also important for you to notice such things. Because you can't have your cake. Is that right?
Can't have your cake and eat it too.
You can't just be there with someone and then you're just like, okay, fine, this person is kind to me. It's always going to come out because that's how it also was for me in my personal life. The
people who can't date people who are nice to other people. They think the person should be mean to other people and be nice to you. They'll be nice to you for a short while. When you finally settles down,
the law has a glory that...
Just like when you say a person who's nice to everyone. Yeah? They may be mean to you in the season.
Yeah.
Then they'll be nice to you.
Yeah, that's...
Except to their family.
To their family. Yeah, man, that's the hugest red flag.
Let me tell you, those people will eventually be terrible to those people. They are just using those people for something.
Yeah.
When those people become who they're comfortable with, they now become mean to them. Because people who are like that, they just want something from you. They're nice because they smell you because they want something. The moment they get what they want, oh my God, and that's the reason why they're mean to their family. That's the reason why they're mean to their families. Because they already have them.
Yeah.
Then there are people who are mean to everyone, but they're nice to their family. Now those people, when you become family to them, they become nice to you. You get?
Perfect and good.
No, but you see, the thing about those guys is their meanness is just a facade. It's not who they are. 50 Cent and P. Diddy. I feel like 50 Cent is a nice guy. He just puts on a what? He puts on a facade of a mean. You get? P. Diddy on the side, on Puff Daddy on the other side looks like he puts on a facade of a nice guy, but behind is a monster. So those people who are usually mean, if you push them a little, those people like to say, you poke them a little, they are very generous. I know people like that. The first question you ask them, they're like, no. They keep poking them. They say yes. Then those people who, first thing you ask them, they say yes, but you'll never get what they said yes to. And they say yes to everyone.
At the end of the day, even with everything that you've said, it starts with within. Yeah. And understanding within is understanding who created you. I feel like it's important for us to always take time to allow to receive the love of God. The more you receive that unconditional love, all these things of where you feel like you just can't help it, you have to go for a bad guy, a nonchalant guy, toxic guys. When you start exposing yourself to that unconditional love of God that makes no sense, it's too good to be true. I kid you not, you're going to find yourself desiring that same type of love. You're going to find yourself desiring someone that is an extension of that love. You're not going to want to go for toxic people that come once a while, that do very many things, that treat you like
you're
trash.
Sharing with other people.
You know, like, that you're sharing with other people. You're not going to want that, because you have tasted and seen something that is greater than anything that could ever. And there are people there that are drawing from that source. So it's a two-way street. I know that there's a lot to say. We'll finish it in part 2. And you guys will ask your questions on Instagram.
Yes.
Or what should we go deeper into this conversation?
Thank you very much, Keisha. Thank you for being an
Thank you
awesome
very much,
guest.
Cyrus.
So people like, subscribe, share, comment, share this with someone who has been single for a long time. Some of them, that's the reason why they are single, because God has been sending good people to them. And they've been chasing them away because they want bad things. That's who they are. Some of them had good things and they threw them away because of childish things. Thank you very much, guys.